Gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, Exodus 1. Now these are the names of children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Isaiah, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And all the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier me than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when they fall out of any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. And but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were great because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and brick, and did all manner of service in the field of all the service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Sipporah, and the name of the other Puah. But he said, When all of you do the office of the midwife of the Hebrew woman, and see them of the souls, it be a son, then all of you shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, they shall live. But the midwife feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men and children alive. The king of Egypt called the midwife and said unto them, Now they have all of you done this, they have saved the men and children alive. And the midwife said unto Pharaoh, Because of the Hebrew woman was known as the Egyptian woman, for they are lively and are delivered before the midwife come in unto them. Therefore God dealt with the midwife, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwife feared God, they, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born of you shall cast into the river, and every daughter of you shall keep alive. Exodus 2. And then went the men of the house of Levi, and took a wife of daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. When she saw him that he was goodly child, and set him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took him an bulrushes and daubed it with bitumen and with pitch, and put the child therein, and set it the flax by the river spring. And his sister stood far off to know that would be done to him. The daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and made walk along the river side. And when she saw the ark with the flax, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the children, and behold, the babe wept. She had compassion on him, and said, This is the one of Hebrews' children. Then said the sister, Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call you a nurse of the Hebrew woman, and that she may nurse the child for you? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take the child away and nurse it for me, and I will give you wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. The child grew, and she brought him to the Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out to his brethren, and looked all their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian spitting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked at that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand. And he went out on the second day, behold, 2 men of Hebrews strove together. And he said to them, Did the wrong whatever, wherefore we must with you for your fellow. And he said, You made a friend and a judge over us. He intended you to kill me. You killed the Egyptian. And Moses feared and said, Surely this thing is known. When Pharaoh heard this thing, he thought to slay Moses, but Moses fled the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down and well. Now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came to draw water, and filled the trough of water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood and helped them and watered their flocks. And there came the rule their father He said, how it is that all of you come to soon today. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us the hand of shepherds, and he also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughter, where is he? Why is that all of you left that man? Called him, that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Joshua, for he said, I have been stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass at the process of time, the king of Egypt died. The children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came down unto God by the reason of bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered their covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Leviticus 1. The Lord called unto Moses and spoke unto him by the tabernacle of congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, all of you shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd and of the flock. And if this offering be a blood sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a meal without blemish, and he shall offer it of his own voluntary with all the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him, and he shall kill the bullock before the Lord, and the priest Aaron's son shall bring the blood, sprinkle the blood round about the altar, that by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. The sons of Aaron the priest shall put fire upon the altar, and the layer the wood in order to fire. The priest Aaron's son shall slay the fat and erect the fat, and in order to the wood, that the fire is of the altar. And in his inwards and his legs shall he wash in water, and the priest shall burn all the altar in the to be burnt sacrifice as offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord, and his fifth offering to be the flock, namely of the sheep and the goats, and the burnt of sacrifice he shall bring it made without blemish, and they shall kill it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord, and the priest Aaron shall sprinkle his blood round about the altar, and he shall cut into pieces in his face and his head and his fat. The priestly shall lay them in order on the wood on fire, which is upon the altar. But he shall wash it inwards the leg with water, and the priest shall bring it and burn it upon the altar. And it is a burnt sacrifice and offering made by the fire, a sweet savour of the Lord. And if the burnt sacrifice of his offering to the Lord falls, he shall bring his offering to the eternal doors on the young females, and the priest shall bring it to the altar, and bring up his head and burn it on the altar, and the blood thereof shall be hung out of the side of the altar, and he shall plug away his flock with his feathers, and cast it beside the altar of the east part by the place of the ashes, and he shall cleave it with the wings thereof, but shall not divide it in asunder. The priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by the fire of a sweet savour unto the Lord. Now, Psalm 44. Psalms 44. When we heard with our ears, O God, our fathers have told us what work you did with their days in the times of old. How did you drive out the heathen with your hand and planted them? How did they afflict the people and cast them out? For they got in the land of possession by their own sword, neither by their own arm saved them, but your right hand, your arms, and the light of your countenance, because you had a favor unto them. You are making, O Lord, command deliverance for Jacob. Through you will push down our enemies, through you only will be tread by them under the rise up against us. For I will thirst in my woe, neither shall I sought save me, but you have saved us from our enemies and put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, praise your name forever, Selah. But you have cast off put us to shame, and God not fought with our armies. He made us burn back from enemy, and they shade us spoil for themselves. You have given us sheep anointed for food, and have scattered us among the heathen. You sell your people for nothing, and return to increase your wealth by the feast. You make us a reproach for neighbors as scorn and derision to them that are around about us. You make us wise for war among the heathen, and are shaking our head among the people. My confusion continually before me, and shame of my face has covered me, and for the voice of your reproaches and blasphemous by reason of the enemy of the hand avenger, now has come upon you, as yet be forgotten, not forgotten you, neither have done it or falsely in your covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have his steps declined from your way. Though you have stood walking under the field, and in the quiet, the shadow of the death, you may forgotten, and you have forgotten such out of the hand to the stranger God. Shall not God search it out? For he knows the secret of the heart. Yeah, for your sake we kill all the day long, as we counted as sheep for the slaughter. Make wise leave you, O Lord. Arise, cast us not off forever. Whenever you hide your face and forget our affliction and our oppression, for our souls is bowed down to the dust and our will is cleaved to the earth. Rise, for our have and redeem us for your mercy's sake. The words of the Lord, praise be to God, Jesus Christ. Amen.